Welcome back, you guys. It's Denver Broncos for Dummies with the Dummy Des. I am currently reeling from a turkey coma, but you know what's not in a coma is Tim Patrick's status with the Broncos. That was an awful transition. Anywho, last Friday, Tim Patrick signed a 3-year, $34.5 million contract, which means that he is staying with the orange and blue, baby. God, you love to see it. You love to see it. He is one of the few Broncos that would have been a free agent once this year is done. So, way to go, Peyton, for locking that down. Here's looking at you, bud. And at about $10 million per year, he will be the 22nd highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. And it is well deserved. Tim Patrick, you get that money. So, who is Tim Patrick? What is his deal? And why does he so rightfully deserve this 3-year extension? So Timmy's stud ability was not immediately recognized by the NFL. In fact, he started undrafted. Then the Baltimore Ravens were like, we'll give you a shot, and picked him up. Then they released him. And then the 49ers were like, we'll give you a shot. And then they released him. And then that's when the Broncos reached out their arms and said, come here. Come here, little one. And they signed him onto the practice squad. And then they released him. That's when I stepped in and made sure that the Broncos came to their damn senses. And so they immediately regretted their decision, signed him back on 1 week after dropping him, and then he finally made the active roster at the end of the year. I do what I can for Broncos country. It's not hard work, it's noble work. It's noble work, it's hard work, and it's noble. I am all of the things. So since it's been green light go for Patrick, he has put up some insane stats. Last year, he enjoyed a career high of 51 receptions for 742 yards and 6 touchdowns. And what made those stats even more impressive were his 0 drops the entire season. In fact, out of 163 targets since 2019, he has only dropped 1 pass. 1. This is the one he drops. That's it. That's the only one he's ever dropped. 1. God, that is, oh, so good. And through his 49 career games with the Broncos, he has posted 127 receptions for 1,798 yards and 11 touchdowns. And keep this in mind, all of these stats still exist while we've been rotating through a carousel of non-Peyton Manning quarterbacks. What a great, all-American story from going from undrafted to being one of the Broncos' most valued wide receivers. See, kids, you can do anything if you just believe. So that means Denver has Tim Patrick, Javonte Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Albert O, Garrett Bowles, and Quinn Miners all under control for the next 3 years, which already is a pretty solid foundation, but we got Hamler and Cushenberry for another 2 on top of that. Plus, 1 hour before filming this episode, it was released that Courtland Sutton had signed a 4-year extension with the Denver Broncos. And listen, guys, you may or may not believe it, but the Broncos are actually not out of the playoff race. Yes, I say that because I'm annoyingly optimistic. But also, if you look at the records in the AFC West, we're still in the race. Doesn't feel like it, but we are. So that means that this next game against the Chargers is actually truly a must-win. And I know I said that last game and probably say that every game, but I really truly actually mean it this game. Because 1, it is very likely that the Chargers and the Broncos both won't make the playoffs. 2, with our record, we are currently tied with the Raiders and have the possibility of easily getting a better record than the Chargers. And 3, the game takes place in Mile High City. And the Broncos have won 7 of the last 8 games played against the Chargers since 2014 at home. Home's where it's at, baby. So I'm saying there's still a chance. Let's go beat them Chargers. And as always, go Broncos and beat them Chargers. Not in our house. Not in our house.